NASRAT HAQPARAST defeats MARC DIAKIESE via unanimous decision. So in this fight, DiCasey came in with a lot of hype despite riding a two-fight losing streak. In NASRAT, a lot of people were writing him off, myself included. Just thought that it would play out in a way that DiCasey would be the much better striker, but it was the other way around. NASRAT completely dominated MARC DIAKIESE from the start to the finish of the fight, dropping him in the second, outstriking him by like double digits in every single round. It was pretty much a one-sided beatdown being delivered by NASRAT to DiCasey. So as far as where they go from this fight, it's hard to judge where they go from this fight. I think it was a good turnaround performance for NASRAT. He got a full training camp after losing a pretty, I guess, one-sided enough, convincing enough loss to Marcin Held. He got a full camp and for DiCasey, and he looked good. Looked much better than he looked in his first fight. I don't know how good he'll look in his other fights because lightweight division definitely has a lot of talent. And as good as DiCasey is, and as good as he think he is, there are much better fighters in the division. So just beating him alone won't really say how far he can go, but it certainly gives him the option to say that he'll have another fight instead if he would have lost like DiCasey did. If he would have lost, he might have been cut. So that win gives him the opportunity to fight more fighters and see just how far he can go. I don't know how far he can go, but he certainly has the aggression. He certainly like showed a good amount of striking, good understanding, good takedown defense. Showed a lot of good things in this fight. So him moving forward, I don't know if he's gonna get any big opponent. I think he'll still get like an opponent around the same level. I mean, it's not a ranked opponent, probably like top 25, top 30. Because like I said, lightweight division has so many fighters. So that's not even the bad to say. You say that in the other division, like dang, he not gonna get somebody even in the top 20. But in the lightweight division, their top 30 like most divisions, top 15. So if he probably get an opponent around the top 30 and try to work his way up. But I think he has a good future ahead of him. As far as DiCasey though, I think that's where I'm gonna focus most of my attention. I think he came in the UFC, had a pretty exciting first win. The second win wasn't so impressive. Then he had his third win was his most impressive. His third win over like Packlin. People thought he was like some amazing talent after that fight. They thought he would be this next rising star. Came in UFC 3-0. Knocked Packlin out in the first round in a flashy way where he did like a spinning head kick. Then he hit him with like an overhand drop and finished him in like under a minute. But who are any of these people he beat? Most people he beat are like all three of the people he beat in the UFC aren't really any names. They aren't former champions. They aren't stars. They aren't legends. They weren't even top 10 ranked. It was like he has no notable wins. Then after that, those 3 wins, he went on a 3-fight losing streak. This fight included. Lost to Drakkar, close, impressive fighter. Lost to another fighter. I'm forgetting his name right now, but definitely one of the better fighters in the division right now. Yeah, that fighter Dan Hooker. So Dan Hooker's on the tear. So not a bad loss. Then to NASRAT, it probably seemed like a down step from those opponents, but still he lost nonetheless to those opponents. No matter how good the people you are losing to, a loss is a loss, and he's on a 3-fight losing streak. 3-3 in the UFC, and he hasn't been the top 10 opponent. I mean, he hasn't made it to the top 10. He hasn't challenged. I mean, even became in the mentions for a contender. No notable wins, and you're 3-3 in the UFC, riding a 3-fight losing streak. I think he has to be cut at this point. I don't think it's like he's a bad fighter or he sucks or anything like that. I just think he's pretty much every fighter that's pretty much in the lightweight division at a certain level is top notch, and just the slightest things been off can cause you to lose and lose often, which he has. I think it's not that he's a bad fighter. I think he doesn't do well with pressure, which was shown in this fight. NASRAT was able to pressure him and get in his face and hurt him often, more than not. And DiCasey had no real answer for that. Didn't really have the best defense. He's really a better hammer than he is a nail. He doesn't deal well with adversity, and that showed again. So I think he needs to fix those holes. I think he needs to work on his defense, need to work on his movement, need to work on his feints, need to work on something so that people can't just get up in his face and get up in his grill and pressure him like that and have their way with him. So he got to work on all that stuff. He got to work on feints. You gotta work on inside strikes, gotta work on better foot movement, gotta work on better feints, work on all that stuff. Maybe even work on his takedowns, his setups for those so that people just can't rush in on him like they are able to do in a lot of his losses or what's been seen in his losses. So as far as I'm concerned, I think, like I said, 0-3 in his, like on a 3-fight losing streak, he should be cut. I think that's what's better for him. Go outside of UFC, maybe fight some regional scenes, maybe fight in some other leagues. I don't know. It doesn't have to be Bellator. It could be some other league because Bellator would be signing to those crazy contracts. So go to maybe another league than Bellator. Maybe even go back to like a UK scene, build up some wins, get a belt, then maybe come back to the UFC once you improve those holes and feel like you're ready to actually make a statement in the UFC. But now being 0-3, he was all cocky and stuff. I think he needs got his ego checked in this. His ego was checked in this fight, so now he has to go back to the drawing board and improve his skills, start from scratch a little bit. Well, not from scratch, but like backtrack a little bit and see what you got to work on, then come back. And if he can come back, it's no guarantee that he'll leave the UFC and just go and win 20 fights and win a belt or something. But maybe he can. I think he definitely is capable of doing that. Maybe going like a 5-fight winning streak, and on that streak winning a belt in some regional scene, then coming back to the UFC with those holes somewhat patched up enough that he can truly make a march to be something special in the UFC if he is to become something special. But that's about all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.